Hello, this is Jamie Magritte. Welcome to Jamie's Craft Table. Today I'm going to show you how I made this card. This is one of the cards that I made at Thanksgiving with my family. So let's get started. The cardstock supplies you're going to need. This is a piece of Pattern Party DSP. It's 4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. It's one of those 3-inch by 4 1/4 inch piece of pear pizzazz. This is a 4 by 5 1/4 inch piece of white, and I've run it through the painted texture 3D embossing folder. Then I have my card base, which is thick, which is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored and folded at 4 1/4. What's nice about this one is this could be a card kit because there's no stamping involved. I used a lot of dies. This is the Penguin Place, or Penguin. What's the name of it? I've forgotten now. See if I can find it. Yeah, Penguin Playmates paper. This is just from the paper. Okay, so I've got some of that. I've got a J and a Y, and this that is cut out of gold foil, and the bow that was cut out of there. Got a couple of holly leaves and a little bird. Let's put those aside. We're going to be using the Penguin Builder Punch. The bow is from Giving Gifts, but you can use any little bow. The birds are from Beautiful Trees dies. The wreath is from Seasonal Swirls dies. The letters J and the Y are from the large letter framelits. These are retired, but I love them, so I use them anyway. And here is the painted texture 3D embossing folder. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to take this little penguin. We're going to take a Post-it note. Let's open up our punch. We know it has to go in this way. So I'm going to take this Post-it note. I'm going to stick it over on this side here like that. So I have a little handle. I'm going to run this up into there. I don't know if you can see it well. I'm going to line it up when I get it where I want it. I'm going to squeeze the punch part way to hold it where I want it, and then without getting my fingers in the way, I'm going to punch it the rest of the way down. That works out perfectly. Okay, so let's put him back in our little box. Let's assemble. So let's go ahead and bring in our glue. I'm going to use the Tombow multi-glue. I'm going to glue down the embossed layer. Center of that on the front of the card. It's a 1/4 inch smaller than the front of my card. So there'll be an 1/8 of an inch border on all 4 sides. Okay, let's place this aside for a second. Bring in these 2 layers, the 4 by 2 3/4 and the 3 by 4 1/4. And we're going to mount these together. Okay. And this card's going to go this direction. So now we're going to center that on the front of here. Oh, I'm sorry. My computer's blinging away today. Okay. Now we want to glue this on first. That's going to be our jumping off point. Or just lay it out how you want to Now, like this card, I put my letters closer in. This card, I put them farther out. Now, when my son made it, he staggered them so they were like one was higher and the Y was lower. However you want to do it, works just fine. So I'm going to bring in my silicone craft sheet here. And I've got a sponge. And I'm going to stick some glue on here. Don't need a lot. Pick that up with my sponge, spread it out. Tip this upside down, and without moving it, I'm just going to dab some glue on the back. And then I'm going to place that down. Okay, put this aside. I'll clean it off later. Okay, now let's add the J and the Y. Just put a little bit of glue on the back of each of them. There we go. Squish those in a little bit. That works. Okay. Let's bring in our penguin that we punched out. I'll bring in a dimensional. I just need a couple on the back of him. Okay, let's take those backs off. Place him on this, like he's sitting in the wreath. Okay, and I've got my little tree here. Put a little bit of glue on the back of him. Tuck him in, and I tucked him in on this side, but it could go anywhere you want. I'm going to bring in a couple little holly leaves. And glue those here on him. Or you could put them up here on the J, that would work too. Bring in my little bird. Put a little glue on the back of him. Glue dots would work for this as well. It'd probably be neater for beginner stampers or card makers. And then the bow, a little glue on the back of it. That here. There we go. Well, you'll notice on this one I got a little gem there, but I don't have my red gems right now. They've disappeared from my craft room, so and there's my card. Here's one I did earlier. There you go. Thank you so much for joining me today at Jamie's Craft Table. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you can find a little bit of time to play with some stamps, ink, and paper.